Hello, lovelies. Welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading for August 9th through the 15th. Um, if you've been here before, you know how this works. You have three piles. With the rocks, I've just been in the habit of using the last few weeks. And, timestamps will be in the description. Feel free to pause and take as much time as you need to find which pile speaks to you. And I will see you in the readings. Bye. Okay, pile number 1. Let's see what the cards have for you. First one. Ooh, okay. This is the Changeling. The Changeling often indicates that something or someone is not all that it seems to be. Okay, so whether that's a situation in your life or something you're being offered, things like that. It might, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Or you're misreading a situation. Or possibly, people maybe aren't being honest with you. This card says to watch out for fraud and duplicity. So make sure if you have any important decisions to make, you're researching it and looking into what exactly it is before you make any decisions. And if you come across some people who seem sketch, they might actually be. This is coming from somebody that doesn't trust people to begin with. But the Changeling for sure is definitely one that indicates you have to really pay attention to what's going on in your life right now. And it really could even just be something like a situation that's just being misunderstood. So, whichever applies to you. Let's see what the next one is. Okay. Can you see that? There we go. 9 of Swords in reverse. This card indicates optimism and letting go of anxiety, overcoming obstacles. So some of you might have already dealt with this Changeling energy and are coming out the other side. Which is really good. And for some of you, it could just be that you are your own worst critic, as most of us are. And the things in your life are stemming from your self-criticism. And it's time to minimize your self-talk, your negative self-talk. Because that'll help you see things more clearly. And if this Changeling, as I said, could be just like a misunderstanding of a situation, that could also be this. If you are misunderstanding somebody or a situation because you're too critical of yourself, that's something that you should work on if you're aware that you are hypercritical, because like I said, most of us are. Let's see what the next one is. 5 of Wands in reverse. Okay, I prefer that one in reverse because this is about compromise and harmony and teamwork and solutions. So if you've been facing conflict in your life, whether it's, at home or at work, your personal life or your work life, which even the Changeling, because they do deal with people, it could be that they just indicates you having some issues with coworkers or your family or something. But this card in reverse suggests that whatever struggles you've been going through, internal or otherwise, they will soon be resolved, right? If you've been in competition with others, which would probably be like work related or whatever, which again could be like this Changeling thing, and competition could also make you more critical of yourself. This indicates a resolution, and that compromise is the best way to go to help, ease whatever conflicts or tension you have with people. So if you have a situation that's maybe caused by self-doubt or competition, it might not be what it seems to be, and it could just be something that needs to be compromised or worked on or something. Let's see what the next one is. Oh, okay. Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is next. This is about a breakthrough, enthusiasm, a fresh start, having unique plans, and feeling the need to go out on a limb, and be brave and think outside the box, which, if you're somebody who's been kind of critical of yourself and you're moving into this no more negative self-talk thing, it could bring on this kind of energy, where you feel confident and comfortable enough to try something new, something that you've maybe always wanted to do, and it's a little bit different or outside of your comfort zone. Okay. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, okay. This is the High Priestess in reverse. This is about, I think it kind of goes hand in hand with this Five of Wands reversing, because this is about repressed feelings and silence. And even kind of this too, because some of you might be repressing your own feelings, and you're finding it difficult to listen to yourself and your own intuition. And it ties in with this too. Watch out for people trying to influence you, and just trust your gut and go with your instincts, because you don't need the approval of others. Just, follow your heart and do what feels right to you. Okay, so some of you might actually have somebody up here that's maybe voicing their opinion about you and what you should be doing a little too loudly. Or trying to convince you to do things you're not totally sold on. And I think we've all known people like that. So keep an eye out for this person that's trying to maybe sway you a little bit. Last one. The Three of Cups in reverse. That's interesting. This is about neglected social life. So if you've been here with this overly critical self situation, that could hinder your social life, and that just makes things worse, and could further stem some miscommunication or understanding like with your friends or your family. But this card says you must continue to push forward, because this card's also about frustration, which could come from the Five of Wands and any competition, and also gossip, which could be somebody up here running their mouth. So don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you, and just keep going, because that's really all that we can do. And what other people say or try to convince you to do doesn't matter. You have to ignore them and do what feels right to you. So anyway, that's it for pile 1. If you like this reading, please do all the obligatory YouTube things, and I will see you next week. Bye. All right, pile number 2. Let's see what the cards have this week. Ooh, okay. This is Will of the Wisp, and this card is all about kind of self-delusion or wishful thinking, illusion, fallacy, or even just receiving a false impression about someone or something. So maybe keep an eye out for things like that, and maybe if you're in the false impression category, don't jump to conclusions about a situation or a person, and make sure, most importantly, that you're not suffering from wishful thinking, because sometimes that's not good. If you get your expectations up and then you're disappointed, that kind of sucks. But next, let me show you if it focuses. All right, Page of Cups is next. Page of Cups is about proposals or offers, potential new relationships, good finances. And this is like, it could be like friendships, personal relationships, business relationships, things like that. Invitations. So again, I think here, if we have this false impression situation with this new relationships and proposals and invitations sort of thing, don't make any quick decisions, because sometimes first impressions aren't accurate or the best, because sometimes people aren't comfortable meeting new people or doing something new for the first time, and it could just show them off in a way that's not accurate to who they are. And also, even with the wishful thinking thing, if you get offered something and you think it's one thing, or you hope it's one thing, maybe look into it and make sure that is what you think it is. That way you're not disappointed if it's not completely what you expected it to be. Anyway. It could also be this card about, like, letting your inner child out, Because, like I said, this is also about self-delusion. Maybe you're one of those people that think, oh, you're too old to, like, have fun, or you're so much in your work that you don't take breaks and enjoy yourself anymore, and this card is about not doing that. This card's about not taking things too seriously, and remembering to have fun a little bit, and to dream, and be open to new ideas. Okay? Because this card can bring about new projects and opportunities, and you should embrace them, even if they're not things that you expect. Okay? Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, okay. The Eight of Wands is maybe not in focus. There we go. The Eight of Wands is about exciting times and projects, maybe some travel for some of you. Sometimes it even can indicate visitors, which, again, I've mentioned people and their first impressions. So maybe you're meeting somebody new through friends or through work or something. But if you feel like stuck, things are about to take a turn. Okay? And it's time to start making moves that can create something new and exciting for you. Maybe your false impression here is just that, maybe you've hit a plateau and you think, and you feel stuck in life and like, okay, well, that's it. That's as far as I can go. And maybe you're wrong. Because this card says you might be wrong. Especially since these two cards, the Eight of Wands and the Page of Cups, suggest like a full steam ahead sort of vibe for some of you. But remembering that balance is also important. Yeah, it's like kind of like the Will of the Wisp, like a proceed with caution, right? Like, don't leap without looking, which is kind of like I said, like before, if you get offered opportunities, don't let your wishful thinking get a hold of you, right? Because that could give you a false impression of what the opportunity is, and then you end up disappointed, right? So move ahead, but do it carefully, and make sure that you actually know what it is that's being offered to you, so you don't end up with this energy and maybe you're disappointed and stuff. Let's see what the next one is. Oh, my hair's on it. Ignore that. Page of Cups again. Yeah, some of you, I think, might be just needing to relax a little bit. and remember that it's okay to have fun once in a while. It's okay to take a break, which is difficult for a lot of like adult people, especially if you have like a demanding job and you work all the time and you just get into the cycle of working and not taking time for yourself, and that's not good. Yeah, let's see what's next. Oh, okay. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is next. He is all about being charming and confident. Okay? And he can really indicate that good things are coming for you. And kind of like this, like, they're coming quick because this is a full steam ahead, but, this card's also about like making sure you don't rush through it. This is like, don't leap without looking, and that can happen if you rush, so don't rush. And if you've had things in your way that maybe are these, or you're not taking time to care for yourself properly, that's all hopefully moving out if you guys start realizing that you need to take a break so you don't burn out or whatever. This is another card about opportunities, and being positive, because that has a big impact on your life. The effort you make in your work, and if you're staying positive, helps make things a little bit easier, a little bit better. Last one. Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is about feeling burdened or overextending. So, hi, pages. Some of you probably definitely need to take a break. And I feel like for some of you, yeah, this Will of the Wisp card with the like self-delusion, you're probably maybe telling yourself, I don't need a break, I'm good, again, like I said, grown-ups that think that they can't just relax and have fun once in a while and do things that make them happy because they just need to be working all the time. That's not healthy. That's not good. If that's you, if you're one of those like workaholic people, please take a break, because you might be struggling and overextending yourself and feeling burdened. Because anything in excess is unhealthy. While it's good to be a hard worker and diligent and committed to your work, it's also good to take care of yourself and do fun things once in a while, because that's good for your mental health. And your physical health, really. If you overwork yourself, you will exhaust yourself, and that's not great. So really, your self-delusion could just be that you can handle an overburdening workload, and you take on too many projects, and maybe you feel guilty saying no, or turning them down, or you think that, it'll hurt your work performance if you say no. That's not a good habit. It's a totally legitimate thing that I think a lot of people do, but it's a terrible habit. This card says to take a look at where you are focusing your time and your energy, and maybe rebalance if you have to. Because it looks like some of you probably have to. And you might have deluded yourself into thinking that everything is fine and you're great. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for pile 2. I hope you liked your reading. If you did, please do all the obligatory YouTube things, and I will see you next week. Bye. All right, pile number 3. Let's see what you got today. Ooh, the Lake Maiden. Can you see? Is she in focus? There we go. The Lake Maiden. She's got some crazy, can you see? She's got some crazy 80s hair going on. Look at that. I should look at all of my cards more closely. I always notice things during these readings that I have never seen before, and I've had these cards for years. I like her, though. She's all about hidden powers at work in your life that are protecting you and guiding you and equipping you with all the tools you need to succeed, and all those good things that I think everybody would like to have. So, obviously that doesn't stop, any bad things from happening, but these things are good. Right now you have these here hidden powers, forces, the universe, guardian angels, whatever you like to call it, whatever you believe in. They got your back, and that's kind of nice. Let's see what the next one is. Oh, okay, yeah. Wheel of Fortune. That's probably why this came out. This is about destiny and fate. And I feel like this card is also that kind of similar energy. Things lining up in your benefit, and just being on the path you're meant to be on. So these are here because you're making the choices that are best for you and have you on the best path. Or you're going to maybe start making decisions that are in line with that. And then these, like fate and destiny, these hidden powers are just going to further guide you. Like, oh, good. Maybe it's one of those things that you just need to take the first step. And it's like, okay, cool. Now they're getting it, This card, the Wheel of Fortune, also is about new opportunities. And those opportunities could be what brings this energy into your life, and guide you down the path your fate and destiny lie on. It's a chance to discover more about yourself, trusting your gut, listening to your intuition, and manifesting your dreams because your energy is aligning with your goals and dreams and what you want. So maybe this week is when you start moving on in that direction, and that would be real good. Next, okay, 7 of Coins is next. This card is about planning and hard work and perseverance, long-term success, seeing the results of your hard work, right? This card indicates a time for evolution and growth and gain. So maybe you've put in a lot of planning and hard work, and now you're moving into the result and reward aspect, and you're bringing in long-term success that's going to put you on this path, your fate and destiny, hidden forces energy here, because you've put in the effort and now things are starting to pay off and you have evolution and growth. And I think that's really that really goes well with these 2 other cards. Let's see what's next. Oh, okay, the Death card. Death card is also, if you're one of those people that freaks out, please don't freak out. This card is only about change. Or at least, for me. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Good Lord, my allergies are terrible. I went outside for 2 seconds. Nature's trying to kill me, y'all. This card is about transitions, powerful movement, which also goes well with the Lake Maiden and the Wheel of Fortune, especially since these 2 are both major cards. It can indicate a transition or a middle ground between one phase of life and the next. The phase where now you've put in the hard work and now you're moving into the phase of being on the right path, or the next step of your journey to manifesting your dreams and all of that good stuff. Yeah. So, Death card. Pretty good thing. Next one. 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is about having a lot of options, a lot of choices, a lot of opportunities. And really kind of also, which I feel is common sense, but also some people need to be reminded. This card is that reminder that when you have a lot of options, don't be blinded by the ones that look the best or look too good to be true, because they probably are. pay close attention to what's being offered to you and do all of the research necessary to know exactly what all of your offers are so you can pick the best one that's going to benefit you not just now, but also long term, like the Seven of Cups says, right? Because that's what matters most. Something that benefits you now isn't going to last you very long, and it, that's really no good to you. You want something that's going to benefit you for the long term, for a long time, so you don't have to worry, But last one. Ace of Swords. Okay. Ace of Swords. I like this. I like this especially after the Seven of Cups. This is about clarity and sound decision making. And having a breakthrough, especially when it comes to opportunities. So I think you're going to get a lot of opportunities, probably because of the hard work you've put in and things aligning now in your favor. Ace of Swords is a very motivated card. It's about you being motivated without much deviation or playing around, and it encourages you to take like smart and communicative approaches. So don't be afraid to ask questions or speak your mind and be clear on your personal truth every step of the way so that this path you're on stays the right path and it's what you want and what makes you happy, because that's what matters most. And like I said, make sure you're doing things that are going to benefit you in the long run and not just now, because that's no good. Anyway, that's it for pile 3. If you liked it, please do all the obligatory YouTube things. And I will see you next week. Bye.